Good day everyone, my name is Gerard and welcome to Magical Microfarm. I just came from the office and I thought it's a good time to share a video since I'm feeling better after my man flu. It's a joke after the previous post I made. So let's show an update of what's going on. Okay, so this are the fields. It's what they look like currently. What's planted here is the Livingseeds Autumn Winter cover crop. It's a mixture of plants and grass to help the soil stay alive during winter and to put some nitrogen back as well. So this was the jalapeno field of last year, and as you can see, these cover crops here are still very small. I planted these very late. I think probably end of June for this block. The other ones I did a bit earlier. So yeah, this is the pollinator row that we had in last season. We'll be changing up a bit this season. I will explain that now. But it's basically about just not losing a row in the fields where I can plant some chilies. That's still leftovers from last season that we need to clean up, and you can see some moles that invaded the fields. I hope that won't be a problem. So these blocks have been weird with the cover crop. The chickens came in here with a lot of them and scratched the pipes off and the seeds, so they didn't germinate properly. But what we're going to do this season is we'll have little blocks like this in between on the side of the fields. So these are the pollinator mix that actually survived the winter that we're going to plant here like this. And as you can see, there's still some flowers. There were some bees around earlier as well. So yeah, so this is another pollinator row that we'll be pulling out and redoing for chilies. This last 4 rows I ran out of cover crop seeds, so they didn't get anything, but it will be interesting to see how the plants or how the growth and the yield reacts on these 4 rows that does not have a cover crop. Will be a very good trial to run. This one's here, you can see the cover crop starts to get a bit more denser and longer, which is good, with some other weeds starting to invade. We'll get to that. Here's another pollinator row, and then we go on. Here's another block of the pollinator row flowers that survived the winter, so we transplanted them here. We'll also be making more beds like this all around the block, especially there on the other side. We'll definitely probably do a long row of pollinator mix, and then these ones, you can see they are much bigger, much more lush. They've also had some fertilizer, and they've got probably about a 2-3 week head start of the others, but we definitely planted them way too late due to circumstances. But yeah, they are here, they're looking healthy. And what we'll be doing with these is, as per the recommendation from Livingseeds, is to cut them off at the root level and then just turning the roots upside down. So if we pull them out, we're going to turn them upside down so the roots is up, and then that will become our mulch for the next season. And the reason why we put the roots up, so they don't grow back, so they will die down naturally. We'll probably pull them 2-3 weeks before we plant out into the fields, which will probably be end of September, because we usually get a very cold snap late late September. And then these blocks here are the ones that I didn't get to last season to give irrigation, but we've cleaned them up, made them tidy, so they are ready to go. I just need to get in the irrigation and drip lines. And then we made one more block just to complete this side of the field. So we'll have 6 blocks in total, with that's 20 by 20 meters. The spacing of these rows is half a meter from this side to that side, and then a meter spacing in between the rows. And we found that works best because some of the plants really do get very bushy and grow large, so it makes it easier to walk in between the rows and to harvest and do maintenance. Here we've got another small little garden that we transplanted the pollinator rows into, and we'll definitely be building more of them. And then as we move to the greenhouses, there's a lot going on here. I started germination last week before I fell ill, and I was meaning to do a how we do germination video, but I just didn't have the energy to do it. So you can see there's germination happening all over. So I've moved them out of the germination chamber into here. It's quite cozy. It's 23. We had a peak of 55 today in here. We did open all the vents on the side as well as the big front, but it was pretty crazy, very hot. Here's some seedlings that we purchased. These are habanero yellow, I think. And then here's some more of mine that it's starting to come out. There's just some flowers that we also got in. And down here's tomatoes that should be coming out soon. Well, maybe there's one. And there's another one. That's great. Those are pepper peach tripes that we also purchased in, just to give us a head start for the season, to get going. And then on the last greenhouse, we also have a bunch of purchased seedlings that we have that's looking healthy and that's going. So on the to-do list, germinate more seedlings and get some tables in there. Okay, that was the update of the main growing areas and the greenhouses. It's been crazy. It's amazing how germination works, and the science behind it. And it's like clockwork. If you give them the right conditions, they will germinate 6 days. They started. I'll give you a quick preview of the net house. 1 second. So that's the net house. We decided, well, what we actually did is we overwintered a lot of plants. I did share it in the previous update, I think. So we did cut them down, and there's actually a lot of new growth starting to happen all over, which is great. What I decided to do was these first 2 rows were mixed peppers, and when we cut them off we lost the labels, so I didn't know what they were. So I decided to take them all out. The next 3 rows are reapers, ghost and chocolate scorpions, so I've left them in to see if they will grow, which will be awesome. And then the last row we also pulled out everything because there was a mixture of peppers that is unmarked now, so we removed everything. what I will do is, so there's three rows populated, there's 3 rows open, so those other 3 rows we will put in another row of reapers, another row of ghosts, and another row of chocolate scorpions. So the net house will primarily be super hots, and they grow very, very well in here. And that's it for the update. We'll do the germination thing probably next week, hopefully, because there's nothing soaking, nothing germinating at the moment, and we're going away for the weekend, so we'll not be able to do that. So next week we'll sow some seeds, and we'll show you that whole process. Thank you for following, and it's going to be an amazing season. Cheers.